Booming this like Metro, groupies on me, that's fine, don't sweat those. Been on, keeping my head strong. My dog ain't talk about Petco. Brand new ones, they retros. Live fast, I ain't on stand my headstone. Stop been grown. You ain't getting money, been frank in the friend zone. I ain't never switched up with a family. Be talking to that at me. Gotta watch my wrist, that's classy. I'm a dog to a she nasty. And I'm gone, me. My mama proud she had me. Can't let nobody surpass me. I move to the back like an athlete. Got a little buzz, but these zippers don't chance me. Just take a look at my rap sheet. Independent, man, these can't stand me. Won't stop till I got me a Grammy, a crib with a leg and a whip for my granny. I ain't never had me no plan B. Look at me now, got a problem, get at me.
It's Week 10 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see Kenneth Walker. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the Seahawks and the Commanders, all that and more, coming up next.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Virginia Beach. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his second NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Back to throw, Howell. Out left to Dotson. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Howell now to throw it. Going right back to Dotson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. Throwing here, Howell looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. The numbers for McLaurin a week ago. 7 catches, 72 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. Throw right side complete to Dotson. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. Now Howell. Crowder's got it over the middle. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Howell. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there with an amazing diving catch. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. DJ Dallas to return it from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll.
And they'll be led out by a much-discussed third-rounder in last year's draft. The second-year pro out of Cincinnati, Desmond Ridder.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Ready?
Ridder. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But you look at this defense.
They're right around the middle of the pack, number 15 in the NFL against the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we're going to keep an eye on, because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
On play action, here's Ridder.
This is Fant on the short completion.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ridder to throw it.
Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1. Another throw coming up here for Ridder. That completes it again to Metcalf. And Metcalf going to have the Seahawks first down as he's across midfield to the 48. Ridder, he wants to change the play here.
They go play action here on 1st down.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. The Seahawks at 3 and 5, 2 games under 500. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as draft.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Robinson diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Red, cycle. Blue, striker. Green, jack. Ready.
Ridder on 1st and 10. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. You talk about this Washington defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap, because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Now throwing on 1st down here. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. And Howe will throw it. That's complete as he goes right back to Crowder. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Robinson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CB, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here, because to me, this ship is about...
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long.
Claws red. Set, go.
Ridder with it after the play fake. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now Ridder going to change up the look. Now a play fake here on 1st down. This is Fant on the short completion. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Meanwhile, Ridder's throw into the hands of Fant. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 41-yard line.
Watch out now, safety Fury. Strike, strike. Hut.
Off the play fake, it's Ridder.
throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Ritter will set up to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw, Ritter. And he's got Smith and Jigba. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. An audible here to get a new look.
Ready.
Going for it on 4th down. It's Ritter. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this.
There he goes, right side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Big Leonard Williams, the one who came in and got him. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw. Howell. Man open, here is Crowder. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing here, Howell. To the right side and complete to Thomas. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this 1st half. Extra point try good by Gano. And it is 28-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Ritter off the play fake. And this one is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
A big play that time for the Seahawks. 51 yards.
A big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Ready up. Ready.
Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Now Howell.
Crowder's got it over the middle. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And now it's 3rd and 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Here's Howell. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commander's first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Howell looking to throw again.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Fielded at the 20. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
He's up near 100 yards now here in the second quarter, but his team's down.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, what a nice game he's having so far. They've got to keep finding ways to get him the football. Don't get away from that. Figure out where things are going wrong with the rest of the team.
He'll be hoping to hit that 100-yard mark on this drive.
Going play action. Ritter going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And he's got it inside the 10. A big play there just before halftime. 64 yards.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
On play action, here's Ritter.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Here we go.
2nd and 10. Ritter going to change it up.
On play action, they'll throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play and now in their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive together to begin this 3rd quarter, but it's just not clicking right now. And it's going to be a quick call to the punt team.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
1st down, Howell to throw. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him.
Touchdown! Terry McLaurin. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Gano the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it.
Dallas now to return it from his end zone.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Here we go.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Black shot. Ready.
Ritter with another throw on 2nd down. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just 1 more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Faster, faster.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Fight, 6. Smash, red. 6, mega. Cheetah, cheetah.
Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Ball red. Needle blue. Ready.
Working from the gun, Ritter. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 47 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Back to Robinson now on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Howell now to throw it. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now Howell. Short throw there, caught by Thomas. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. Howell. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. And once more, Howell back to the air. And he's got it. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
They'll motion out one of the tight ends. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Commanders have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
it knocked down. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side.
And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
They'll go play action. Howell.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Draymond Jones. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Here's Howell to throw on second down.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
And Howell will throw it.
And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And out now come the Seahawks.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation where, as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
2nd and 10 now. It's Ritter.
This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Ritter, he wants to change the play here.
Red, cycle.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
That is incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
To the air again, it's Ritter.
Finding Walker complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Blue striker. Set cut.
Ritter back to throw.
And he fires one incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Myers connects on the PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So here is Washington now to take over.
They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Now they go play action with Howell.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
On the give, here's Robinson.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Well, the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Ritter off the play fake.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go, set. Ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington.
Brian Robinson Jr. with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. So frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Well, trail. Quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
Well, the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Under pressure, they got him again. Washington on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Edo blue. Steel black. On the ball. Set.
3rd and long now. Ritter. He'll air this one out for Mims. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You always think about picking up the first down, but in this case, they were thinking about something bigger. They were thinking about the home run shot and took it downfield. Unable to connect, but admire the effort.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Hey, red, you, yellow. Hut, hut.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Howell. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Commanders add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Dallas now to return it from his end zone. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
Let's go now.
On 1st down, Ritter. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
10 cycles.
Now Ritter going to change up the look.
Drill green. Hut, hut.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
52 blaster. Red, yellow. Red, cycle. Hut.
Ritter. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of cover.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Handoff now to Robinson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. And this a 39-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Virginia Beach offense set to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Ready.
Here's Ritter. That completes it again to Metcalf. And Metcalf going to have the Seahawks first down as he'll get this up close to the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Green jack. Fight. White. Hut.
Ritter on 1st and 10.
He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Zoom black. Ready?
Sticking with a passing game. Here's Ritter again.
Throw left side complete. That's Miller. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
22 meter. Yellow. Zoom. Black shot. Slide through. Hustle. Hustle.
Out of the gun. Here's Ritter.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
6. Mega. Black Ultra. Claws red. Needle blue. Ready. Ready.
Ritter with another throw on 2nd down.
And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Cameron Curl.
And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation. He just breathed a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an off.